What it's like to be in love. Hey, tell me what it's like to feel protected when you hug. I've been feeling like I'm stuck. I'm so stubborn when it come to feelings. Do I love or do I lust and just enjoy the feeling? Trust me, it's a difference. See, I'm always gonna protect my heart. But when this love is no protection, can't just give them parts. You give your all, and if you don't, then you just make it hard. But when this lust, forget the problems, just come get me hard. This how we leave our women scarred. The lust create a soul tie.
Beautiful girls all over the world. I could be chasing, but my time would be wasted. They got nothing on you, baby.
Yeah.
Nothing on you.
Nothing on you, babe. Nothing on you. I know.
Bang, bang, bang. C-Town. What's happening?
Cleveland.
What's good? What's good?
What's good? What's good? Hey, y'all, check this out. It's that time of the day. Woo, relationship talk at its finest.
Yes, sir.
This is uncut, uncensored, and we ready to drop it down on you today. We got a nice, juicy topic.
If it ain't juicy, it ain't right.
Ain't right.
I'm just
We talking about the topic, right?
We talking about
Talking
all
about
of
it all, man.
All of it.
Man, let me bite into a juicy apple.
Some stuff you don't want juicy. Some stuff you don't want it to be juicy.
You don't know what you talking about.
He said he always wanted juicy.
Listen, I
If it
can't
stay
have,
juicy, you ain't gotta get it juicy.
I can't have a juicy Chipotle bowl. It cannot be wet. No, I need that.
I like my Chipotle
Drain
bowl
mine.
juicy. I don't like nothing dry.
Dig that. I dig that. Hey, y'all, check this out. I'm your guy, D Boogie. As I said, this is Uncut Uncensored. We really do appreciate you being with us today. I know you can't wait to hear us talk to you and talk about it. And you remember, you can also join in. But if you want to catch up with me, my DMs are
Wide open. Let me say it for you. Wide open.
Because I know he didn't bring us here to say close.
Nah,
He didn't lead us.
his DMs ain't never been closed. He like closing for what?
So we're not closing them, D Boogie. We're keeping the
What?
DMs open.
He said,
DMs are open. So if you got anything you want to talk about,
anything.
you know that's pertaining to this relationship topic show, I am definitely here.
So should the ladies shoot their shot?
They always shooting their shots, so
That's
I ain't gonna
true.
never tell them to stop. Yeah. I ain't gonna never tell them to stop.
You won't tell them to stop?
That's gonna go with the topic. Ladies shooting their shot. Go ahead. I'm gonna just
Let's
hold
gonna
it.
go with it. And then also, like I said, you can catch me on IG at Don Zani, old school Facebook, Don Bradford. I see y'all hitting me up and everything. I hit you back.
Okay. You hitting back?
I'm a hitter.
Hitter, not a quitter.
Woo! It ain't nothing like a hitter.
Man, listen. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, listen. It's your friend, your family member, your co-host, Kane. If you are looking for me somewhere, somehow, you can find me on IG. I'm at Kane_creates. That's Kane, Kane _creates. And you can find me there. That's just for like, hey, you want to talk about a topic?
Oh, that's just you want to put some clarity on there.
You
Huh?
want to talk about a topic?
Set
You got
some boundaries.
You need some advice. You need some relationship advice. Something I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I know some things because most things I know because I done done everything wrong twice.
Well, we all have. We all have.
Twice. That second
Well,
time.
the third time is a charm. That's what they say. Try until you get it right.
Oh man.
All right. Well, listen up, everybody. It's your girl Tasha. We in the building, y'all. We are in the building. Y'all can find me at Tosh_empowers. Yes, my DMs are open. I do apologize that I have not been responding. However,
Why not?
keep
Tasha?
sliding. I live a very busy life, but I thank y'all so much for dropping in. It's gladly appreciated. So continue to share and spread the love.
And dropping the DMs?
And dropping them DMs. You just never know. I just might respond.
Slide in here.
That's Tosh_empowers. Also, follow the show at Instagram at uncut.uncensored. Also, follow us on YouTube at Relationship Talk Uncut, Uncensored. Listen, we got some stuff coming. We got some stuff brewing. It's about to get real. That's all I got. Then we sliding to you, Tender. You ready?
I'm ready. I
say you stay ready. Okay.
That's right. Okay, what's up, Cleveland, and all of our listeners, no matter where you are. Hey, look, this is Akira, also known as Tender, and you can find me on IG at Tender10. That's TENDER10.
You didn't mention your DMs.
What about the DMs?
Oh, no, we don't know.
So what you talking about, Tasha?
They are closed.
Well, try another time, fellas. We'll see what happens next week.
Oh, wow.
I'm teasing.
Whoa.
Listen, it's cold right now, so listen.
Right after cuffing season, we're going to see where I stand.
Listen, it's 18 degrees outside, so listen, you better keep them DMs closed.
My DMs are closed.
It's too late in the game to be trying to, start over.
Man,
Listen, I told you last time I was going to be cuffed for cuffing season. I'm cuffed right now.
Listen here, you made it, girl. Snuggle up.
So far, so good. So I'm going to say they closed for the duration.
All right. Well, so we got Third Eye Productions, Mr. Rafiq.
Mr. Rafiq, are your DMs open?
Listen, I'm opening his DMs.
Wow.
Yes. His DMs are
Might
open.
as well. Might as well.
Okay.
I love it. Yes.
Ladies, listen, shoot your shot at Mr. Third Eye Production. Ladies, listen, he's real gentle and nice on the eyes. He's smart. He's intelligent. I'm putting all the plugs out there. Listen, he's a hard worker. He's a great father. Shoot your shot, ladies. I think he's single and ready to mingle.
Ooh.
I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there.
He getting a close up
And
on that.
And if you mingle well, you might stay a while.
Zoom in on that one.
So that is Third Eye Productions. Listen, if you're looking for videography, if you're looking for some one-on-one, maybe you want to do some, maybe you need a personal photo shoot.
Hey,
I'm just saying, ladies, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Shoot your shot. All right, so we ready.
We ready.
You ready?
We ready.
All right, let's be ready.
All right. So the topic on the floor is, whose responsibility is it to set the tone of the relationship? Whose responsibility? Is it the ladies? Is it the man's? Whose responsibility is it, fellas? Don't all speak at once.
Well, before we talk about that, define the tone.
The
good
flow,
question.
the way the relationship is going. If it's a problem, I don't want to give my part on it first, but yeah, the whole tone, the energy of the relationship, the direction of the relationship, the movement of the relationship. Am I making it clear? And that's not just in the beginning, but that's throughout the whole duration of the relationship.
Okay, I got you. I'm with you. I see what you're trying to say.
You picking up what I'm putting down?
Yeah, I'm picking it up. So that being all said, I believe it should be the leader of the relationship.
Okay.
And I think that's gonna, in more traditional places, that's gonna be the man.
Okay.
Because, and it's still, in most scenarios, in most cases, not all, but most, men approach women. Women are still being approached by men more than, I don't know what the, you gonna let that one slide?
I was wondering. I said, did he say approached? What the heck?
He looked at me when he said approach. I was like,
when I correct, see, I should let it slide. I should let it stay.
No, we heard approach.
D Boogie don't like that.
But most women are approached by men, and how you approach her is gonna be the starting tone of that relationship. In what form, what manner, like how you address her, that is gonna be set the tone. So like where the relationship is going, and what you kind of let her know what you're looking for. Like as we stated before, we got on the air. Are you looking for a whole meal, or you just want a cookie? Like it just depends how you let her you let her know what you're looking for, and as long as you're being honest, don't lie, fellas. Don't put out there like you want a whole meal and you just looking for cookies.
But what? Come on now, are men really coming to a situation like, listen, This is all I want.
Oh yeah, I know many dudes like, listen, this is our agreement, cookies only.
And this is what we do.
This is cookie only agreement. Can you sign right here for me? X
Wow.
and X here. Thank you.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's y'all setting the tone then.
That's you setting the tone. And I will say this. I know dudes that say that, and young ladies don't agree to that if you think, well, I'll give some cookies now, but my cookie gonna make him want this whole meal. No, it ain't.
But what if the cookie is really cookie?
No, it ain't.
I mean, what if them cookies good? What if it's like
No.
the chocolate melting?
No,
It's like, listen,
it's never.
no.
No, it's never go.
What if it's the best cookie you ever had?
You just gonna keep taking that best cookie you ever had. That's all you gonna do. That's all you ever gonna do.
What if you don't want them cookies to go away? Like, are you gonna change the cookie agreement? What if you be like, man, I can't let these cookies go. The way these cookies taste, literally.
Literally and figuratively.
Then in that case, that man will be setting the tone. If he's feeling that,
right.
if
That's
he's feeling that way, I think men pretty much set the tone in a relationship. I do believe that women define the tone. However, men set the tone.
Can you elaborate on define the tone?
Initially, a woman will express her deal breakers. She will express the type of things that she is looking for. She is thinking beyond this moment, and she's going to express that. Hey, listen, this is my expectation when it comes to me dealing with a man. So let's make it specifically. She's going to express that to that particular man. Hey, this is what I expect from you as you are with me. Men don't define it early in the relationship, but men, however, are the ones that are responsible for setting the tone. And because if a woman is down with you, she's willing to bend a little bit initially just to see where you're going to take this. So, that's what I'm going to leave that right there, unless you have any questions.
Go ahead, Tender.
Okay. So I agree that the men set the tone. And I also think that a lot of men fail to communicate what that tone is like, what the tone is in a relationship. They present it as one thing and it's actually something else. But it's important to set the tone. But I also want to say, like, during the data collection process, I think the tone should be set then, like, okay, here's where we stand, here's what I want, here's what I expect, here's what I'm looking for. And but be honest in that situation, because many times men present this whole elaborate life and this fantasy, and then turn out that that's really not what you wanted initially. Come on now, quit playing. But I also believe that it's women that maintains the tone once it's set. So here's an example, and I'm not just talking about, I think that women are more likely to agree, as the Boogie said, but I think it's also men that waver a lot. They'll say that this is what they want, then it is a lot of back and forth. So, but women will stay focused on the tone if you set it for us. If you say this is the path we're going on, we're expecting to be on that path, and we're going to follow that path, and we're going to trust you until you drive us off into a ditch, and then that's when things are going to change. But set the tone and be honest with yourself, and don't just do it just because you want them cookies.
Yeah, I like that. Go ahead, D Boogie. You was about to say something.
I'll wait.
Okay. I agree. I do believe wholeheartedly that it is a man's responsibility to set the tone from the beginning. So let me ask y'all this, and then I want to go to something you said, Tender, about that's when things change. Because the consensus from the fellas is a man sets the tone. So if that is the case, why is it that when there is a problem in a relationship, like Tinder said, that's when things change? So if we are following the tone that you set, why is it when a problem arises, the first thing a man says is she tripping? Something wrong with her. What tone did you set?
Well, hold on.
I'm just saying.
I want to
I mean,
just dig into your statement
go
first.
ahead. Mm-hmm.
You're saying that there's a problem arises,
Mm-hmm.
and that has something to do with the tone?
So let me explain it a little bit better. When, like Tinder stated, we will follow a man. We will follow y'all. If we love you, we rocking with you. Listen, we gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off.
Okay.
And then if the wheels fall off, that's when there's a change. There's an attitude shift with a woman. So if you men have set the tone, and we're following your energy, if our energy has shifted, if we stopped doing some of the things that we were doing, if our attitude has changed towards you, you guys set the tone. So why is it the first thing that a man says?
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Are you not following?
No, he followed.
Wait a minute.
I think he followed well. I think he followed exactly.
I mean,
Right. So
you want me to elaborate some more?
no,
Okay.
no, you're good.
No problem. Set the tone.
Situations are going to happen within a relationship. Do we all agree?
Yes.
All the time. It's going to happen.
And once something occurs,
Mm-hmm.
it is up to the two to make sure that we are on the same path.
So now it's up to the two.
Yes, it is still up to it is up to the two. You have a role in this relationship just as much as I do, based upon what we're talking about, what we're going to do, the tone. Now, if you are starting to trip, you starting to trip on something, then we need to talk about it. That's tone setting. That's tone setting. You know, something may have came up. You did not give an example of what that could have been, but something came up. Now, when that came up, your reaction was you started vibing a little bit different. And then the man said you tripping, or the man is coming to you like, what's going on? That's tone setting.
Well, I'm speaking in general, because men are quick to say that a woman has an attitude. You know, men are quick to say that, a woman is emotionally unstable. Yeah, we can be. However,
we ain't going to sit up here and tell our woman that she is emotionally unstable.
Okay, y'all not going to say it like that. Like you said, y'all going to say, okay, you tripping. She got attitude. What's wrong with you?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Setting the tone.
Okay.
Just ain't going to just let it keep
Same
going.
thing. But so my thing is this. If a woman is following your energy, she's following your tone, 9 times out of 10, or 9.5 times out of 10, her attitude is a reflection of something you didn't do, said, or didn't say. So instead of asking her why she tripping, since we're following you guys, why not say, well, Dag, okay, let me think. What did I do? What didn't I do?
I'll tell you that.
We do that. We sit up and say, what's she tripping on?
But see,
what's she tripping on? What did I do this? What I say?
Y'all say did I do something? Do they say that, Tinder?
No.
No,
Did I do that?
No, yes,
we ain't gonna say that to you.
gonna say that
We
to
talking
you.
We trying to process this.
internalizing it.
Brainstorming.
We are logical. Remember?
No, because every man has done this, like ever been in any relationship, whether he's walked in a situation with her in a room, whether it be her house, his house, they both cohabitate, whatever, and she has a particular attitude. The first thing every man's thinking, like, did I do? Hold on. You start replaying stuff. You start replaying conversations in your head. Like, what did I say something? Did I not kiss her goodbye this morning? Did hold on, let me check my phone. Did she text me and I not text back? What's going on? What did I do? That's our first check.
Okay.
And then we ask you, hey, how you doing? Okay.
What you tripping on?
And then
that's the wrong response.
Okay, so it's the response wrong. Let's leave it there for a second.
okay.
Look at that.
Y'all listening to Uncut Uncensored. As you know, this is 95.9 FM, and we will be right back.
How can I Explain myself.
Yo.
Louisiana.
Nice for what? Right.
You said nice for what?
Drake said it. Nice for what? It's a good pick. Way to come back in with that D Boogie. I like it. Let's let that beat drop. No, go ahead. Okay.
All right. So when we left the break, T and I was having a discussion about the tone setting, following the tone, things
Battling
of that nature.
for the tone, as you said it.
Yeah,
I
you
said
did
that during
say
the break.
battling
I
for
said
the
that during
tone.
the break.
Yes.
Battling for the tone. So what I was saying on the break was that, for men, we don't have any problem with setting the tone in a relationship, because we're in a relationship, we're serious about it. So we'll fight for that. We understand that we are dealing, theoretically, with someone that is looking for us to set all the standards, and they're dealing with their own emotions at the same time. So they may misread things of that nature. So for us, I say we're battling with that, because as they read things and take it to a certain place, we have to battle to keep the tone in where we want that tone to remain. So I'm still say this, that men set the tone, and it's more than less up to us to maintain the tone. That is a difficult part when you are being scrutinized.
Wow.
Scrutinize?
Wow.
Right.
On most of your movement because of past experiences.
Most of your move. Wow.
Yes. I went
Because
there.
of past experiences.
Scrutinized by most of your movements.
But
because-
it's common that the tone you set should just apply to you and not to her.
Exactly.
I can go with that. Like I said, we're battling.
So-
we're battling. We didn't give up on the tone. I said it's a battle to maintain it.
You
So
said
that's
it's
an
a
agreement.
battle for the tone. I wrote it down when
I'm
you
not
said
saying
it.
it's
Yes,
a battle.
you did.
I did not say that.
We're battling for the tone.
if I
and I put
misstated
3
that, if
question
I
marks right next to
if
it.
I stated battling for the tone, I misspoke it.
Okay.
So you can hit the bell but now if you want to still ask those questions, ask them.
You
I ain't say I'm saying
see how your
battling too.
energy is right now?
Well, yeah, I got energy up in
You're
here.
aggressive.
You see-
It's
right,
all,
you look-
it's all about the
Okay.
energy.
Are you okay?
You know what I'm saying?
T-Boogie?
I mean, I'm perfect.
It's a little
I'm good.
aggressive.
I
I'm
see
good.
some aggression in
Right.
your.
That's
in
okay. Don't get scared.
I'm not scared.
All
I'm
right.
just
And
checking
see, now
on
it's going to
you.
make
What-
us as
what,
women. Now we're going to become defensive because
You
I'm not
already.
defensive,
You're
I'm
not. You're not.
checking
You're
in.
not just defensive. You offensive sometimes with some of your
see,
statements.
look at you now. Your head moving. Now, see, how am I to
What is
respond
going
to
on?
that?
Are you, okay?
Yeah, I'm great.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
You,
this
you,
is
you
not how you
represent.
began.
Hey, listen. Don't take this personal
See,
to
now
you.
you come with
You
that.
know I never do.
You know what I'm saying?
This is what they
It's
do.
You know
not
I
being
never do.
personal
I'm just
to
reading
you.
what you said.
But you know what? So if I said 4, then we're
You-
not
you
battling.
cleared that.
We're not
What we-
battling. We're not battling
we
for
we
the
cleared that
tone.
up, so
Okay.
that's old news.
You just said 4. Go
But-
ahead.
You cleared it up. You apologized. You said you misspoke, so we're moving on. We don't stay there. We move on.
I agree.
All right. Well, why you look at me like that? Listen, I don't want no smoke. Look, 2023, I'm all smoked out. I'm all about
Yeah, but your statement though, your statement.
what a part of my statement?
Your
D-Boogie?
statement that I feel that I disagree with
Okay.
is that you said that the men are saying to the woman, go ahead, ding that for me.
You, I like that you on your own
the
ding.
man is
Yes.
saying to his woman, why you tripping? And you're saying the woman is at a certain state because you feel like the man is not staying true to the tone in your example, right?
Well, I'm simply saying, based on things and conversations that I've heard, experiences and talking to men, men are always quick to say that the woman is tripping. That's what y'all say. Y'all always say we tripping. They always gonna have something to complain about. Always have something to be mad about. They emotionally unstable. This is what men say about women. So what I'm saying is, is that if the man is the one to set the tone, instead of saying the woman is the one always tripping, maybe you need to look at yourself and look at what type of energy you're putting out, what type of tone setting have you set. Because if she has changed up the way she deals with you, maybe you're the problem.
Yeah,
See, why she got to be toxic?
I
See
mean,
what I'm
Well,
saying?
if she's
come on now.
toxic, you
Now
need to identify that before you
Exactly.
set a tone. Because to me, a
Now she
tone should be a
toxic.
joint effort. Because
Gonna put her
she
in
should be
toxic.
able to say, "Hey, yay, this is what I expect in this relationship. This is how I think we should rock." And he or she should agree, or he should say it and she should agree. But it should be a joint effort. It shouldn't just be on him to set the tone. Because I get that you the head and all of that stuff, but I'm beside you. I'm not behind you. So setting the tone and you talking about what if she toxic? Why you pick a toxic woman?
Right now she toxic.
Well, you
y'all been rocking all this time.
You just starting dating. You learn you
Goodness.
learn about your people all the time.
You've gotten out of your data collection and now you in a relationship setting
Yeah.
tones. You still should be collecting
No,
data
hold on.
because
The
if she
topic-
toxic,
The topic
let
from the
her
beginning
go.
was also setting a tone from the beginning of the relationship just as well.
It said the topic is whose responsibility is it to set the tone of the relationship?
Let me give
Hold
you
on,
a different
hold on.
example.
Hold on, before you do
Go
that.
ahead, bro.
He's trying to
Before
check
you do
me.
that.
I'm listening. I'm
Before
here
you do
for
that.
it.
Tasha stated that the tone is not just for the beginning of the relationship, but
It's throughout
also
the-
throughout the relationship. So that's what I'm talking about.
But if you're still in this relationship,
What I'm saying is, if she's toxic, you should have recognized that prior to the relationship
Well, you
starting.
you
I agree with what
recognize that
Tender
in the
said.
process.
So let me
But
give
now
y'all an
that she don't
You don't
example.
recognize everything at the beginning of the relationship.
but why she got to be toxic now, though, Rafi?
So,
All of
Rafi,
a
what is
sudden,
going on
Jump
with
the mic
you?
for a second.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Rafi.
Because she stated also earlier that men can switch up things, right? Mm-hmm. So how can a woman not be toxic and switch up? You met her representative, right? You met
Send
her
out the
representative,
representative.
and now that everything is cool,
Hit that bell. He's good, but his point is, you know what? I got something else for you. Go ahead, Rafi. Go ahead. Continue, please.
So
I mean,
But wait
hold
a
on.
minute, hold on. We all know.
Like what he said.
Bump that a round of applause.
Would you say what to it?
I said bump it.
Oh,
What you thought I said? Let me tell you something. I no longer swear. I don't swear
that was-
anymore.
She brought Bump It
Won't
back
he
from
do it?
Won't he do
1992.
it?
Wow.
Won't he do it? I don't. I used to be a cusser. I'm no longer a cusser.
good. And this is not the place we want to cuss.
God bless.
Yes, won't he do it?
The Lord.
God did.
Amen.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, okay, we all know that men are, most of you are slothful in getting into a relationship. So you know that you've passed the representative stage before you decided that she gonna be your woman in this relationship,
you
and
claim
you
her.
started setting tones and stuff.
Exactly,
So this how we
Rafiq.
gonna do things. You gonna do the duh, and I'm duh, and then
Oh,
duh,
oh,
and all of that other stuff. So you didn't get all of that.
Did you zoom in on that?
You did all of that and then some, right? And then now you want to say she toxic.
Right.
I'm done.
Now that
Well,
Where's my phone?
right.
Let me give a small example that follows Brother
Thank you.
Rafiq's line
Thank
of
you.
thinking.
about the toxic girl that he
Yeah.
didn't know was
And I'm
toxic.
gonna need y'all to
a year
leave these
later.
toxic
Thank you.
girls
So,
alone.
He didn't say yeah. I knew
I'm
this
just throwing
brother
the time out there.
who he was seeing this young lady that he was the love of his life. He loved her more than anything that he could love except God, and he set the tone of this relationship. Now this brother's name was Adam. So his brother
You know
Adam,
what?
but I'm-
Adam, don't
I'm
even
saying-
try it, because Adam would not accept accountability for his actions. He
Adam
blamed
set a
everything
tone.
on Eve. He
Adam
said,
set a
that
tone.
woman you gave me.
Adam
Adam
did
set a
not
tone.
set a tone.
He
set
did
a
not. He
strong
was
tone.
no, he did
told
not.
her, I gave you instructions. Hey,
did
listen,
not set
this
a
is what
tone.
we can do. This is what we cannot do.
That's not a good example.
Do you understand?
And he was standing with her when the snake told
was
her
not
to
nowhere
eat the
near.
fruit.
He was over there doing. He was over there
said-
working his
he
shift.
said that
He had
woman-
not come home
Oh,
yet.
don't make me quote it, because I'm gonna quote it.
Go ahead
He
and
was
quote.
not-
Okay.
He was working his
Hey.
shift.
We could be standing by you if
Adam was not.
And
Adam
she
did
decided,
not-
you know what? I'm gonna make a toxic decision and go ahead and go eat what he just told me. 15, like we've had this discussion. He said, "Listen, these are the rules of where we at in paradise. We can do yay, we can do not yay." And she's like, "Okay, Adam." And soon as she said, "You know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do this because I know you said, but you know what?"
He was standing with her. He was standing with her.
Even if he was standing with her.
Oh, now it's even if he was.
He was
See,
with her.
that's not what it says.
And,
But
and he
Hold
didn't
on,
buck
hold-
up and
hold
say,
on,
"No,
hold on.
I said,"
How you know he didn't?
because he didn't say he did.
All right.
It's
He didn't
stood
say he
there
didn't either.
quietly, and she
Oh,
ain't
so
didn't say that.
it didn't say
stood
that
there
either.
like a
Say that.
wimp.
It didn't
He
say that
stood
either.
there
It didn't
like
say
a
that
wimp.
either.
Yes,
It didn't say that either.
And
It didn't say that
It
either.
didn't say he said.
It didn't say he didn't
he
either.
said, so my inference is me
That's
drawing.
an inference. You drawing conclusions.
Yes,
That's
a
a-
logical conclusion based on what the text
Oh,
says
she's
and what
getting
I
logical
already
now on
know.
it.
That's
See, they got that
Logic.
logical stuff in them.
Yeah, oh, they definitely do when need be.
He didn't
They
say
need to be.
anything,
You
and
went
he
logical
should have
on us all of
been.
a
He
sudden.
should have been talking to that serpent about talking to his woman in the first
That's what
place.
he should have been doing.
Again,
Now,
Eve was toxic.
Eve
because
wasn't toxic.
Eve
Eve
didn't
wasn't
listen to
being
what-
led by her man, her
Eve
wimpy
did-
man.
A tone was set.
No,
Eve didn't listen to what
she
was
wanted
going on.
wanted something else. She wanted something else.
Eve-
And she wanted to do something
No,
different in the
no,
program
Adam
that was
being
laid
a
out.
wimp and didn't know his role as a man and couldn't stand tall in his position.
Period.
That's what it was.
And that's why the world
Adam-
is out of place now.
Adam laid
On that note.
Adam laid out the program, and somebody decided to buck the
Adam
program
shoulda-
and do something
Adam
and now
different.
we
was
got to go
fine.
through labor pains
Now
because
they-
of him.
Look, they go defend
No, because
Eve
of
to the
you.
death.
It was
because of
of
y'all.
No,
They
Maybe
go
if Adam would've
defend
manned
Eve
up.
to the.
Maybe
She was
if he
wrong
would've
as
just
two
said,
left
"Baby, we
shoes.
not
But
eating
you
know
gonna
what?
stand here and defend
remember
her?
what Dad said? We not eating this, baby. Let me have that. Serpent,
and if
I
you-
know I bust your hair wide open if you don't go on here.
To the
And
white
he didn't
meat.
do none of that. He said, "Okay, I'll eat you too."
No problem.
Give me
Eve.
some.
It was that cookie.
You see?
Only cookies available.
And gave some.
Well, it was
gave some
something.
to Adam who was with her.
He was not with her.
Yes, he was. I'm about to find
Okay,
him.
well,
He's not with her.
No, hold on.
Every-
You go back out there
You
and
go
find
look
that.
out and find where he's at.
We're going to take another break right quick here. We be right back, y'all.
But that's a great example, though.
Back. You know, so we just having, as we always do. I'm about to bring them in. Y'all go ahead and continue on.
We're having a heated discussion because Cain don't believe fat meat greasy when you read Genesis chapter 3 verse 6 and it says with her.
But it doesn't say how long he was with her.
It don't matter.
2 minutes or 20 years or 2,000 years.
We know he did that.
We already know, but y'all saying like he was with her during the conversation.
He
wasn't
was.
with her.
That's the understanding. He was.
No, that's
no.
your understanding. That's your understanding.
Okay,
That's
so
not-
that's because
so-
y'all want to take
That's
up
not
for Adam
theologically
Raggedy
sound.
Well, the
'Cause
point,
we can't prove
the
that.
point is to this topic. That brought us here was that
Somebody set a tone.
Somebody set a different tone.
And somebody bucked it.
That somebody bucked it.
Somebody
Bucked
bucked the
system.
tone after tone
And
was
so,
set.
and we were saying, you know,
Sometimes you can
know,
set a
it's-
tone, and then somebody be like, "Nah, I ain't gonna do it." In Rafi's example, what if that person is toxic? And that's how you. And unfortunately, you don't know that when you're setting the tone and telling, "Hey, this is the ABC of how we go do stuff," and then you found out later after the representative has gone away and that real person is there. Now this is what because sometimes people will agree to something just to agree to like well, I could talk them out of that later. I really don't like that position that you're taking, but I can go ahead and talk them out of that at a later date.
I agree that we as women do
Yes.
that. I agree that
Stop doing that, y'all.
Well, hold up. I agree that we have a different vision in our mind and we go against what you initially state or say and we think we can change your mind. And that's wrong of us to think that instead of being in reality,
Yes.
instead of being in a fantasy
Like
world.
I said
thinking,
I said initially.
Excuse me.
like
say
I
it.
said initially.
So
Women define a tone, men try to set one.
y'all try.
Yep.
So why is
Okay.
it? So I have a question.
Yes.
Why is it a try? Why do y'all have? Since you say y'all try to set the tone, and
Because there's a lot of buck in the system all the time. So we have to keep trying to set and reset it. So like I said to what my girl was saying, Tinder, she said
I'm
that
still mad at that Adam situation, but okay, I'm gonna recover. I'm gonna be
you know,
resilient.
you should have
in
been
this
mad.
thing.
You should have been mad as soon as you found out about it.
No, I'm mad at Cain for supporting him. I'm just mad instead of him just saying, you know what, Adam was raggedy, and that's why
Adam
Jesus
was not
came.
raggedy.
He was way
That's
raggedy.
why God came and talked to him.
But he wasn't strong enough. Adam was rag.
Like he said, man, that woman you
Raggedy.
gave me.
Exactly. He blamed her instead of holding himself accountable like that.
God was like, do you want me to give you that first one back?
It's that woman you gave me. She did it. And then
'Cause
blaming
she was
his
the
woman
second woman.
instead of being
Blame
the
it on
king
her.
of the
Maybe
house.
maybe
He
Tasha
was
right.
whacked
A
twice in
little
that.
choke out when the hurt.
There you go. A little soft
See,
little
Tasha
juice.
wanted him to choke her out. I just wanted him to grab her wrist and say, "No, baby."
I
and
didn't
take
say
it from
I
her
didn't say
hand
I wanted
and say,
Adam
"No, baby,
to
that's
choke
not
her
what
out.
we
I just
doing."
said, you
No,
know,
not
he
to the
could've
point
just-
that she passed out.
I
Just
just
like
said
grab
she
her around the
wooziness.
neck. That's
little
all.
woozy.
Good wooziness. He should have. Tasha said Adam should have made Eve woozy. I say Adam should have just grabbed her hand and just took the fruit from her hand and said,
Well,
"You know,
what,
Gently
Eve-
said, baby,
this
we
not
ain't
what
gonna
we
do
gonna
this.
do."
Eve needed a little
Okay?
bit of. Eve
This not
needed
He
a
what
might
little
have
we
did
bit
that
of-
one time and that didn't work, so maybe we had to go to the next level.
No, he didn't go to the next. The next
should've-
level is smack it out her hand.
Well, we don't want to do smacking now, you know.
Wait. Yes, we do.
Oh, so you want to be smacked?
Out of her hand.
I mean, smack the apple. I mean, smack the fruit because it didn't say apple. Smack the fruit out of her hand. But you ready to be unconscious, darling?
No, I never said unconscious.
You said
This is a little
woozy.
woozy.
Said
Woozy
That's the difference.
is close to unconsciousness.
Woozy, you nod
Lightheaded.
off, but you come back. You almost pass out. Right before you go down, you wake up.
Smack it out my hand first before you decide that I'm gonna be woozy. I don't want to be woozy. I
Either-
need to be in my right mind.
Either
all
way,
the time.
Adam should have did something more than he did.
Right, because Adam was
So we
whack.
can
And
agree.
then he
I
was
agree on
whacked
that.
twice.
Yeah, I agree
He
on
was
I
that.
won't
whacked
say
twice.
he's whack, but I will say this:
I agree.
that
I agree.
Whacked twice.
I
they
agree.
both, Adam and Eve, both show us where men and women both fail in relationships. They both did.
That is true.
What we're not supposed to do.
Because we try to boss it all around, run the show, and I don't want to run the show. Even though if I tried, put me back, let me know, grab me by the wrist, and say, "Baby, that's not what we're
So
doing."
you by the wrist, Tasha by the,
Tasha by the throat.
Just a little-
Just
just
grab
a
my little
gentle-
pinky finger gently by the tip and
Just
say,
a
"Come
gentle
here,
grab
Come here,
around
let's
the
go
neck.
talk."
Just real gentle.
Just go
And
talk.
don't go
That's
to
what we're
God
not
be
gonna
like,
do,
God,
babe.
that woman you gave me.
And yeah, don't do that.
Don't do
Because
that.
God, like, what?
I left you in charge.
I'm about to smack your head.
Okay,
only
come
been
back, y'all.
gone
Come back,
100
come back,
years.
come back. So let me ask y'all this. Okay, come back. So that was a great illustration, Kane. I hope that everybody's on one accord. That Adam
Adam
dropped
whack.
the ball. And he
Sucker for love.
he ran off.
I thought you was moving on.
Well, I just wanted to kind of recap
Go
and
ahead,
bring
go
it all
ahead.
back
Move-
together again.
For,
So
for the sake of moving on, neither of the three of us are going to say anything.
okay. So let me ask y'all this. So the tone is set. You with a woman, and there's a problem. How do you maintain or get the tone back as a man? Because I think Tinder and I both agree that it is definitely a man's responsibility to set the tone, and the woman will follow. But if the woman is not, following your tone, or her tone is not what the tone was, what do you guys think a man should do to get the tone back?
Hold up. So I'm trying to make this tone that we agreed on work, and she's not following it. Or what you saying?
It's going back to she's not following it. It's a problem. She was following it before. Everything was smooth. Now it's a problem. Now y'all are into the relationship. This is not the beginning. You realize, okay, this is not a representative. This is really who she is.
She's not toxic.
She's not toxic, Rafiq. But something has
You can be
changed.
immature though.
You know what?
Everybody
see,
can.
See, everything got to be on her. You see, this
Everybody's immature to a certain extent.
Agree with that.
is. See,
You can be
Rafiq.
immature by not coming to me and talking, by acting stink in the house.
Oh, now she
Oh,
acting
now she
stank.
acting
See,
stank.
see what I'm saying? See, this is the problem. First you call her toxic.
And now she stank.
Well, then he call her immature. Now she stank.
Well, let me say this.
But hold on, wait before you say that. See, this is what I'm talking about. Why is she the problem? Maybe she did come to you, Rafiq, and maybe she did.
That's not what you said initially.
But now you always changing the narrative. Let's stick with where you at. All right,
ahead.
before you change it.
Go
We
ahead.
going to roll where you change, but
Go
let us
ahead.
stay here
Go
just for a
ahead.
second.
Go ahead.
All right, so if one has an issue with what we both agreed on and that we are both working towards, if one feels something different about that, it is up to that one to bring it to the relationship. so it could be addressed. It doesn't depend on the tone setter to try to figure it out. And then it's a problem because the way that the tone setter is trying to figure it out can come from a level of frustration that will take it to a whole different place. If you got a problem, if you feel a certain way, I don't see it. I'm still going on how things were already defined. And you see an issue with it. To me, it is up to the person that see and feel that there's some type of offset to the set to come and bring it to the table so that we can stay on track, so that we can stay on tone, so that we can be harmonious.
Harmonious.
Yeah.
Harmonious.
So, she a teacher, y'all, so she get a kick out of that. But y'all know what I'm talking about. So it is up to the person that has an issue to bring it. That's beyond tone setting and things of that nature. Tone setting is a blueprint that we're going to follow, that we're going to stay on to get to a set destination. A problem that comes up in a relationship, you got a problem, bring it. Bring the problem to the table, because this ain't all sunshine and beaches.
And I think a big thing about it is, Tasha, if it's just, again, a natural occurrence in a relationship, because whatever the tension point is, whatever again, like D Boogie said, the person who's feeling the tension, you need to speak up. But the only time it's the responsibility of the other person is the responsibilities of the person who's feeling the tension, or if you call something. So if you did something to damage the relationship, now you have to reset tone.
Right.
And that's a whole nother ball game. If you did something to violate our agreement, now we got to reset the whole tone all over from scratch. Now, and I think that's where sometimes men get into a deeper hole, because you set the tone, now you broke it. Versus, I think sometimes if a woman breaks it, he's like, well, let me just go ahead, and I'll still go ahead and do the resetting because she didn't set the tone in the first place. But now what I'm going to do is just make sure she is on the same page with us, and we're all, versus if you are the person who said these are the rules and you break them, then you've done a fracturing to the relationship that's a little more deeper sometimes than you're aware of.
And now she won't trust you, and you're losing respect.
All of that.
We'll come back on respect. This is Uncut Uncensored. We appreciate y'all being with us. We'll be right back.
Well,
all right. So we're going to bring this topic we got a few more minutes, bring it to a close. I think one thing we do all agree that men do set the tone.
Set it, fellas.
Set it. Try to maintain it.
That part.
No matter how your woman is acting.
See, hold on, wait a minute. What you mean, no matter how you woman? See, why go there?
They always think we
See,
act.
why? See, if you set the tone.
What did I say prior to that?
Set the tone.
What I say? Set the tone no matter how your woman
But was
is
that even
acting.
necessary? If you setting the tone, she's following your tone setting. So if she's acting a certain type
All
of
right.
way,
Can I rephrase it?
go ahead.
Set the tone no matter how your partner is reacting.
I knew you was going to do that. And you know what, fellas?
You got to stay correct.
Yes. Set the tone, because, your lady is feeding off of your energy. And if her energy is off, maybe your tone is off. Maybe what you set is off. Let me ask y'all this also, since we're talking about tone setting. When it comes to pursuing, I hate that you're about to bounce on it. Maybe you could speak real quick. How do y'all feel about a woman pursuing a man? You out at a spot.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting.
Do you view that woman different? Like if you out and a woman come up to you be like, you know what? let me, what you drinking? You know, she she switched, and you said, well, Dag, I'm drinking a whiskey. And she said, you know what, bartender, run him. I got his first 2 rounds. What's your name? Like, she knocking you off.
Well, it happens all the time, and I mean, that's not unusual. I mean, this sounds like
Oh, they like
Which is-
Liz. That's,
I mean-
that's today. That's
I mean-
Tuesday. What you mean?
yeah, I mean, I will gladly accept it, and I say to myself, I hope she don't think I'm gonna be sitting up here talking to her the whole night.
So she wifing you in the club?
Right.
You know how that buy a drink, you can sit and talk
Nah,
for a
She
minute.
yours. I mean, you hers.
Right. Y'all go
Well, I
together.
mean, you know, hey, listen, dude, I got some other things you can get.
So let me ask y'all this. So does that make you feel like, okay, maybe this woman is easy, or
Not,
you know,
or taking control of the relationship to set the
Can I
tone?
answer that before I leave?
Go ahead.
Okay. No, it don't make me feel as if she's easy or anything like that. You know, it lets me know that she's confident and that, you know, something that she seeks or desires, that she'll go for it. So she's just stepping up because, you know, keeping it real with the guys, you know, we kind of slow moving, or we're trying to, you know, check out the whole scene before we make, you know, these moves.
These final
And-
decisions.
yeah, right. So, you know, when I see a woman do that, I applaud her because she's taking actions into her own hand that, you know, so she's willing to do that type of thing, to, you know, to get you together. You know, hey, ain't no need you all the way over there when I'm right here. You know, I see you looking at that lady over there, but here I am.
see,
you know.
that's just crazy to me. I'm a woman. I mean, you know, you guys are men. So
I think but it's crazy to me that it's crazy to you,
really, why?
because through these times that we are involved in, you know, with the independent woman, the woman that is trained to go out and go get her own and go get what she seeks or desire, especially a woman that feels that she can match a man's energy when it comes to financial gains, things of that nature. So with that being said, she's gonna she gonna step up. You know, she ain't got no time. She done already peeped out what she might want to you know, have some conversation with and things of that nature, what she's interested in. And look, while these other women sitting by waiting, hoping you might pick them, I'm gonna pick you, and we gonna at least give this an opportunity.
Wow, we have to come back and elaborate on this some more. I hate that you got to go, but I'm gonna let y'all chime in because that's a whole lot to say right there. I think that's part of, again, this is Tasha's opinion, but I believe that that's part of why, you know, stuff is out of whack now. Again, if we're talking about a man setting a tone, if he see you, ladies, and he ain't blind, and he ain't got, you know, cardiac, what the heck you call it?
Cataract.
So, Lord.
I will not. I will
I ain't
not.
supposed-
That's my home girl. No, she right when she
I was-
wrong. We knew what she meant.
He ain't got. Hold on, I'm gonna mess it up even more. He ain't got cardiac arrest in his eye.
Oh, Lord.
I'm just saying, if he see you ladies, okay, men, like they were so strongly stating, you know, when we were talking about setting the tone, if a man is supposed to set the tone, which he should, if he sees you, lays eyes on you, and he got his eyeballs stuck on Sister Thickums right over there, he don't want you. Now, if you come up to him and you want to knock him off, but if, I mean, I feel like, you know,
Well,
Well,
I've
what's the
knocked off a couple brothers, I must say.
So it's slightly different, Tasha, because this is the scenario and situation that we're looking at now. Is that things have evolved a little bit. So nowadays, and this is the thing, it's like you could wait for him to kind of pick you, but you have to understand, what men's selection process is slightly different. Because his selection process is based on you know what is being presented to him at the time, and sometimes, and men are notorious for this, we can't read your availability signals.
but if she's giving you I believe that a woman should give very subtle, obvious hints. So
Did you say subtle and obvious?
subtle and obvious?
That
You
is
know
the
what's subtle?
oxymoron.
No, it's not. You know
Subtle
it's
Not
but
hit this
obvious.
bill.
It's-
That's
it's-
what you real not
It's,
do.
no, that is not a
If it's
bill
subtle,
hitter.
it's not
It's
obvious.
subtle, but it's obvious. It ain't. It's not aggressive. It's not masculine. It's subtle. It's sexy, but it's obvious.
But with that being said, like I've had other young ladies walk up to me. You know, so and so got a thing for you. What are you talking about? You are outside your brain. No, for real. I mean, and they're like, because they're like the girls see it. The female, she sees the subtle, obvious.
I'm just saying. Listen.
And the bros don't see it, and like we just are not picking up. I mean, it's not that we wouldn't like to talk to
I
that
don't buy
person,
it.
but we honestly don't know. Like, so we're going.
So she's sitting here staring at you.
That
She
stare.
got her straw going around her tongue.
That's
a
oh,
little.
come on,
that ain't even subtle.
That is
that's not subtle. That's
subtle.
not subtle.
Okay, that's a bit much. That's not subtle, but okay.
But like,
What you got to say?
So subtle yet obvious is that eye contact. Subtle and obvious is the eye contact. It's the I know I have a look that I give a brother to let him know I'm interested without saying anything. However, I also been the woman to approach a man. I will do that. Well, I used to do that before my current relationship. I don't do that no more.
Tasha said it's people like you that's messing everything.
Oh, I never said that.
I think you a mess stirrer.
I never said that.
I'm
not talking
the
about her.
relationship that I did, the most recent relationship that I did approach, it lasted, and I recently ended it almost 3 years. It lasted for about 3 years, but I just recently ended it. But it was, he said that's the best thing. He said that's the best thing that ever happened to him.
Wow.
nothing wrong with.
I mean,
I think it has its time and place. You know what I'm saying? That the woman can't it's how you approach him. Because how a man can approach a woman in several different ways that sets a tone. Because a man can be slightly over aggressive when he's approaching you. Am I right, ladies?
He can be
Very much
over
so.
aggressive, or I've had a gentleman try to approach me through his friend, and when I looked at him, it was so whack, and I was like,
don't do
no,
that,
I
fellas.
can't.
No.
I cannot. You not
Player
bold enough.
101,
I will
page
run all
2.
over you, sir.
Page
You
2,
not
do
bold
not
enough.
send your boy. That's
Do
page.
not send your boy.
That is page 1 on the handbook,
don't do that.
man handbook. Don't send your
It
friend.
was so whack. I couldn't.
No,
I
don't
know.
do that.
I was like, he can't. No. If you not bold enough,
Yeah.
then you not bold enough for a lot of stuff. So no,
Yeah, you can't do that. That's on page 2, fellas, the handbook.
it should be 101.
I think that and I respect, everybody got their own opinion. I just feel like, men should just lead in every area, in every aspect. Just take charge. You see her, grab her by the neck. That's what you want with me. No, I'm
What you
teasing.
in that
Grab her
neck?
pinky finger.
I'm teasing. I'm
You just
teasing.
touch
I'm
her pinky finger with your pinky finger.
I'm
Don't
teasing.
grab her by the neck.
Well,
Grab Tasha by
Donald
the
Trump
neck.
say
Unless
grab her
she
by
asks.
something else.
We don't even like him.
I'm just
We don't
saying.
even acknowledge that he
So
exists
I'm
in the
just
world.
saying grab the neck. Donald want to grab something else. So I mean, listen. here.
Listen.
Ask her where she wants to be grabbed first, fellas. Don't just start
Matter
grabbing.
of fact, keep
ask,
your hands to yourself.
ask her first.
Let her grab you first.
You know what? No, don't
That's
let
what
her
they-
grab you first.
Yeah,
no.
let her. Let her.
Like,
Stay
yeah,
out of court.
Listen, we gotta go. So it's been real. We're wrapping up here. Thank y'all so much for listening to Uncut Uncensored. Listen, subscribe, go to YouTube at Relationship Talk, Uncut Uncensored, and we shall be back.
Bye.
Deuces, Cleveland.
What it's like to be in love. Hey, tell me what it's like to feel protected when you hug. I've been feeling like I'm stuck. I'm so stubborn when it come to